welcome back to the channel and to the review proper of the Hasbro HasLab Ghostbusters Ecto-1 and Ecto-1A set. Right, now I'm going to do this slightly differently because I did say in my previous video that I bought both sets. So we'll do a comparison between the two. I'll bring the other one back in at some point, but I just wanted to cover the Ecto-1 first because obviously it was the first Ecto. So yeah, I do have a few issues with it, but overall I think it's a really good model, toy, whatever you want to call it. It's tons of fun. Yeah, I do really like it, but like I said, do have some issues, one of which is these flipping stickers. They will not stay on. I'm going to have to replace all of these. I don't like these at all. Anyway, so let's get into it then. So, as I said, I do have both sets. This is just the basic set that you've got. And I do have an apology to make. I had completely forgotten that Hasbro had decided... originally the Lewis Tully figure was a stretch goal, I believe. And then at some point Hasbro just said, we'll just let everybody have it. They were originally just going to put it in with the deluxe set, but yeah, they just put it in with the base set as well, which is fine. You know, everybody deserves a Ghostbusters Lewis Tully for sure. I completely forgot about that. It wasn't until I opened this one up and I went, oh yeah, of course. So yeah, sorry about that. Right, so where should we start with this thing? I mean, it's an absolute monster, as you can tell. It's massive. Alright, well, let's just have a look around it as best we can. And so, yes, it's going to be awkward because it's quite big. But, I mean, as you can see, here's this side. I have put the stickers on, and I'm rubbish at applying stickers. As I said, I prefer decals. They're a lot easier to apply. Also, I have found with these that because I had to take them off and on a few times to get them to be in relatively the right place, there's some sort of shading around the edges now. That might just be me. I don't know. People who can apply stickers, I'm sure you'll do a better job than me. But yeah, sticker problems aside, it's a really nice kit. Now, opening of the doors. The front doors open quite nicely, but I find the rear door here is a little fiddly. It's on a sort of like I don't know what kind of hinge you'd call it, sort of like a double hinge, so you need to sort of pull it out and then pull it over a little bit to get it to open fully. Don't know if you can hear it clicking. Let me just do that again. So it's definitely sort of catching in places. Let me see. I don't know if you can get a good look in there. So you do have some equipment in here, which is really nice. You do have to put this little foam bit in, which is really fiddly. It's sort of, I don't know how well you can see, it's got a little sort of tab thing going on there. Just there. And there's a teeny weeny little hole all the way in there that you have to get it into. Which you now can't see because too far away. Let me see if I can get the camera in closer. Just one sec. Let's get it a little closer in. Right, there you go. I think you can see it now. So that piece there goes just in there, and then the idea is that the foam bit just pops in up here. But I have found that on both of mine, it does like to pop back out again, which, yeah, not great, but, I mean, it's not the end of the world, is it? So, let's bring you out again. So you can see there are some nice details on the insides of the doors. It's fairly basic, but, you know, at least you've got some paint going on the inside here, on the window winder and the lock. And there's some nice paint on it. I can't remember what this is called, and I forgot to look it up before I started recording because of course I did. Yeah, got that nice bit there. I do find the lack of paint a little bit of a concern. It's like I said, it's not terrible, but and you can just sort of see, can you see in the dashboard area? It's a bit awkward, can't really get in there. There is some paint in here, but it's all sort of shades of grey. So it does kind of all blend into one, as it were. There are some nice paint apps on the roof piece, so that's quite nice. We'll get to that more in detail shortly. And on the fins, again, some nice paint there. Let me bring you out a little bit and then we can have a look at the back. It's a bit awkward to shoot this because I don't have much room. And it's very big. There we go, there's the back. See what I mean about the stickers? I think this might be a me thing though. I'm just not really very good with applying stickers, I'm afraid. It's not something I've ever been very good at. We can open the boot there and we will take out the gurney and put that aside for a minute. We'll have a closer look at that shortly. And again, there's some nice paint on the inside on the equipment here. And you can see, if we, I don't know if you can see, if we go in here, you can actually fold this seat up. Let's see if we can see that. It's not really an easy way to see that. I'll come back to that in a minute. So yeah, you've got a few bits and pieces in there. When we get to the 1A, you'll see that there's obviously some differences. And then we'll just flip around to this side. Whew. It's quite weighty as well. It does have a nice heft to it. And yeah, again, you can see all the accessories in play. I didn't bother recording me putting all the accessories and stuff on because you don't want to see that, do you? Anyway, done it now. And again, these flipping stickers, they just keep coming off. Don't like that at all. Yeah, nice. Most of these pieces are cast in coloured plastic. So, like what I said, you know, the paint apps are fairly basic on it. No, this is the door that doesn't open. This one you can open. There you go. Let's just bring the camera in a bit, see if we can look inside. Now the steering wheel does turn. And there are a few nice paint apps and bits and pieces in there, some decals and whatnot. However, this steering wheel does bring me to one of my bugbears with this. The front wheels don't turn, which is pretty basic in this day and age. Have the front wheels turn, you know. Not quite sure why they've gone that route. Well, I mean, I do kind of know, but I think they could have done it differently. But yeah, anyway, there you go. You can see the inside there. It's quite nice. You do get the CB radio. You can see that. It's just up in there. So you do get that. That comes as a separate part. You have to put it in. And then round to the front. Whoa, that's big. That's big. There we go. That's better. It's quite nice. And you do get the normal sort of details that you would expect on an Ecto-1. There you go. You can see on the inside. I mean, as you saw in the unboxing video, all these bits and pieces, they do come separately. You do have to apply them. The roof rack is mostly all there when you get it, but you do have to put on a couple of things. Ghost sniffer and I am sorry, I know this comes over as I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't remember all the technical names for these things, so I know that there are other YouTubers that will know these names, but I do remember that's the ghost sniffer. In case maybe I've got that wrong, I don't know. But the other couple of pieces you need to put on yourself. So that's a quick look around the vehicle. Right, so now that we've had a look around the vehicle, let's get into the lights and sounds. So it does have a few different modes, lights and sounds. Let me just tip it on its side for a minute. So the battery compartment is here, but what I do like about this is you can also plug in a USB cable. Which is what I'm going to do because the batteries that I put in it don't want to work, which is great, isn't it? One day something will go right. So let's just plug it in there. It's got a nice little cable clip there as well. And there are two things here. This one here just says EXT, which I assume is battery, and one at the top is USB, which is what I've got it on. While I've got it tipped up, the reason that the front wheels don't turn, and I think this is a massive oversight, and I don't know why they've done this. In order to change the wheels from the Ecto-1 to the 1A, you have to physically take these pieces off. Now there is a tool that came with it, and I don't know what I've done with it. So I'm just going to pull that off there. So you have to take that off, and then you have this entire axle that comes off in one piece. You then have to remove the tyres and the hubs, excuse me, and the rims rather, and then you can put them back on with the Ecto 1A wheels. I'm not going to do that obviously because I've got them on the Ecto 1A. So that's why they don't rotate. Now I can understand that for the rear wheels because it's difficult to get those off. But why they did it with the front wheels, I do not know. In a vehicle of this kind of money, of this expense, I expect the front wheels to turn. So this is a massive oversight on their part, I think. And I can't get this back on. Come on, in you go. It does just clip back in, like so. Yeah, I don't understand that decision, honestly. Anyway, while we're under here, you can see there's some quite nice details. Here's the speaker, and we've got like mufflers and exhausts and what have you, all the underside bits of cars, and that's still not on right, is it? Came off all right, won't go back on, flipping neck. Hold on a sec. Got it back on. Alright, so also while we're under here, these two buttons are what's going to be controlling the lights and the sound. The left one is the lights and the right one is the sounds. So, I'll just pop this back over. When you plug it in or when you got your batteries in, the lights do start to change on their own. Flashing. There you go. So, okay, so let's change. Let's put the sound on. And let's just put the lights on. Interior lights just popped on. And the back. But that's the most interesting bit. That's what we all want to see. Just turn the sound off for a second so you can hear me. Yeah, I think that looks great. That does look really nice. Although, I have to admit, I think it looks way better on the 1A. But that's just personal opinion because the 1A is my favourite out of the two. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Obviously these don't light up, but you do have like spotlights and the blues. It looks quite nice. I will say, on the rear lights, do be careful because I keep knocking them off because they came separately. So I keep popping them off accidentally. They just plug in there like that. So yeah, I mean, I think the lights look pretty good. Now when I first switched this on, for the sounds, I managed to get like a cranking noise, like a starter motor, but it doesn't do it now. I don't know how that's stopped. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the lights inside. You can see the radio is lit up, so that's quite nice. And yeah, let me scroll through the lights again. So there's the rear light. That keeps falling off as well. It just clips in there. It doesn't clip in anywhere else, so it's a bit of a faff. But there you go, you can see the interior light there. Very nice. Yeah, I think overall the lights are pretty sound. I don't know if you can... Let's bring this round so you can see the rear. That's quite nice. You can see better now inside. You can see the little chair that I was talking about. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I do like it. So let's pop the 1 out of the way, and I'll bring in the 1A. Right, so here's the 1A, and as I said previously, this is my personal favourite. I did actually see Ghostbusters 2 before I saw the first film, so yeah, it is my favourite. I know a lot of people really don't like it, but yeah, for me, it's just massive nostalgia. Actually, I think it was the first film I'd ever been to the cinema to see without either one of my parents. So yeah, that's kind of nostalgic as well. So anyway, yes, blathering on again, yes, I know. Right, this was a sticker nightmare for me, as I previously said. Not a fan. So yeah, I didn't enjoy putting these on, and there are some that I just haven't got on correctly. These in particular were a nightmare because they don't actually conform to the door. You can see it's it's rounded off here, but then you know, the silver piece on the door frame is flat, so it just doesn't fit correctly. So as I said previously, once I've done this review, I'm going to rip all of these off, bin them, and put some decals on, because I think they're going to look a lot better. But yeah, that's just me, that's just personal for me. Like I said, people who can apply stickers, have at it. Go for it. They're not bad stickers, I'm just bad at applying them. So yeah, I mean, the main difference obviously is all of the new stickers and the new roof rack. I am glad that I got both of them, because honestly, changing all these stickers over would have been a nightmare. So since we've already been through the Ecto-1, we don't really need to go through the 1A, because it's the same car. The only difference is the roof rack. Now I am just going to bring another point of contention up. You get these little plastic hole covers. Now there is a hole here, and I have double checked all the little covers, and there isn't one that goes in there. So I'm going to have to find some way of blocking that up myself. That's a bit unfortunate. I mean, I get it. I get why it's there. It's the same car. But yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Also, I feel like the stickers are not quite right here either. I'm pretty sure they should go further on. And in fact, this is a little too wide here. But again, personal bugbears. Otherwise, it's absolutely fine. Right, so what we'll do, we'll have a look at the lights and sounds like we did in the other one. The sounds are the same, the only real difference is the roof rack. So yeah, let's do that. So it's the same thing, obviously. Just going to plug that in there. Come on, Angel, go. Can't see it. Hold on, let me plug it in and then come back to you. There we go. Okay, let's do this again. Now that is nice. That does look super cool. Hold on a minute, let me turn my lights off and then you can see it better. Oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. Very nice, very nice. Let's put them back on. Yeah, I think that looks really good. Now I do have the for hire one on this side, I've got the Ghostbusters one on the other side. I think what I'll do is I'll take some video of the lights and sounds and just insert them, then you can sort of enjoy them without me blathering on. So you do get a whole bunch of these. So as you can see, we're back. We are ready to believe you and Ghostbusters. Now it would have been really nice, and I know not for this price point, I wasn't expecting it, but it would have been really nice if there would have been an actual LED display up there. I think somebody is going to be able to do that. It's not going to be me, because I can't do electronics. But somebody is going to be smart enough to do that. So that would be cool if anybody does a mod for it. I mean, how many mods came out for the 2 in the box, for the trap? You know, there's so many of those. So somebody's going to be able to do that. And if they do, when they do, that is something I would definitely be interested in. Right, so let me take some video and pop it in here, and then we'll do a comparison between the two. Right, so here's the two of them together, and I do think they are both really good, but I am going to take this opportunity just to cover a few things that I think would have made them better. When I pre-ordered these back in late 2024, the picture showed that all of what we now have as silver detail, it was chrome. And if you've ever seen either of these on the screen, you'll know that all this is chrome. So when I unboxed it and I saw that they were silver, I was a little disappointed, I've got to admit, because having them chrome would have made them pretty much perfect. And I know people will say, oh yeah, but for the price. But that's the thing, for the price. The Ecto-1A was £400. The Ecto-1 was £325, plus postage, because I'm not a Pulse member, so I have to pay postage, so that was like another £5 each, I think. For that money, I think they could have chromed them. I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility for them to have chromed them. And I think that's a real shame. It's a massive wasted opportunity, in my opinion, because chroming, it would have made them look so much better. Now, this channel, I will admit, I have renamed to Models X Inferis, because that's what I do. I make models, and there is now a process where you can airbrush chrome paint. So I think, not immediately, because my studio still isn't completely set up. When I get the time, I think I will try and chrome these myself, because I just think it's going to make them look so much better. That's like my biggest gripe. My other gripe is what I've already said. The wheels don't turn. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for them to not have the front wheels turning. And I think that is pretty basic. I mean, even some like little Hot Wheels scale cars, they have their wheels turning now. So again, don't see why that wasn't done. I think some of the parts are a little iffy. This is just held on by a couple of small clips at the top here. That, I think, could have been done somewhat differently. And these blasted stickers, they just keep coming off. But again, I'm not going to bang on about the stickers anymore, sorry. Yeah, so I do really like them. Don't get me wrong, please don't think that I'm hating them. I'm not. I do really like them. I think they are very good for the money. And I know that what I just said, the Blitzway one, I think that has all those, but that's considerably more expensive. And it's for the 1/6 scale figures as well. So, yeah, for something that fits a 6-inch figure, I think they are very good for what they are. I love the lights and sounds. I can't work out why I can't get that sound back. You know, the start-up sound. I keep pressing through them all and I can't work it out. And there's nothing in the instructions. It just shows you the buttons. It doesn't tell you how many presses you need or anything. So, no, I don't know. I do just want to quickly talk about the stickers as well. So, if you bought the deluxe pack that enables you to make the Ecto-1A, you do get enough stickers to do that twice. So I've already applied these, as you can see. Oh, not my light, because of course I did. So I've already used one lot. So you could, in effect, change it. If you started off with the Ecto-1, you could change it to the 1A once. You could change it back to the Ecto-1, and then you could change it back to the 1A again. So you can do it twice. So unless you can find a way of keeping the stickers, they're not like, I'm trying to find a bit where I can just sort of peel a bit up. Let me just do this. Let me do it on a bit that I'm probably not going to use again. So you can, oh, it's come off there. You can see what kind of stickers they are. And I mean, they're fairly robust, but whether or not you'd get more than a couple of swaps out of them, I don't know. I think, I mean, there's plenty of logos, you know, and the same for the Ecto-1, plenty of them. Plenty of license plate stickers and what have you. You know, there's enough there to do it at least twice. But I think it would have been better if they'd have done it with proper removable stickers. you know, and then you could have done it as many times as you like, because with these ones I don't feel like they would last very long. That's just my personal opinion. Again, I'm not downing what they did. It's just, for me, I think if you're going to offer the ability to swap between they're just going to keep sliding, aren't they? If they're going to offer the ability to keep changing the stickers, make it so the stickers are reusable and not ones that once you've taken them off, they're pretty much trash, because it's not great. But yeah, it is what it is. It's not the worst thing in the world. But again, you know, if somebody's smart enough out there to do these stickers as a removable thing, you know, a third party, a fan, then I think they would sell like hotcakes for people who bought the deluxe set and only bought the deluxe set. Yeah, I think that's worth looking into if anybody's got the skill to do that. I don't have the skill for that. But yeah, right, that's it. Just wanted to mention that. Right, so now that we've had a look at the vehicles, let's have a look at the accessories and the included figures. So let's start with Lewis. So, very nice. He looks so bamboozled. Yeah, I think he looks pretty cool. Nice, Lewis. Now, he is smaller than the others, so that's good. At least that's something that Hasbro got right when a certain other toy company didn't. But, oh, actually, did they? I'm not sure. But anyway, it looks really good. I really love the head sculpt. I think that's brilliant. Very nice paint on this as well. It's got all the same articulation as the others. I'm not going to run down all that because I have done it before. But it wasn't for this channel. It was when I was helping out with fingers on plastic. So I will link to those reviews in the description if you want to go check those out. And then we've got this really nice library ghost. Shushing. Very nice. And articulation for this is actually pretty good. She's got swivels at the arms, at the shoulders rather. She's got a bend at the elbow. And she does have the bend at the wrist as well, which is very nice. Although somewhat stiff. But it does mean you can get that nice shushing pose out of her, which is pretty cool. Love the plastic here. There's some really nice detailing also. And then you do get Slimer. Yeah, that's a pretty decent Slimer. Massive bum. And he does have some articulation in his arms, and they can swivel, and they are on a hinge. And then he can move his hand in and out. You don't get anything else with Slimer. No food or anything this time around, but I think the sculpt is really nice. There's that. And obviously those are the things that you get with the base pack, but if you did get the deluxe one, then you do also get the 4 Ghostbusters in their dark grey or charcoal uniforms. I do find that this is quite blue though. It's definitely on the blue side of dark grey. But they do all come with brand new head sculpts, which is great. I love this Egon one. That's brilliant. And then Egon, well, I mean, it's not specifically for Egon, but I've given him the PKE meter. It's the same one as before, as far as I can tell. It looks exactly the same. Proton pack, and it's all the same as before. But yeah, very nice. Come on, focus. Thank you. And then Venkman. Oh, he looks like he's just had enough. It's like, I don't want to be doing this anymore. Why? Why did we start this business? But yeah, again, another nice new head sculpt. Very good. And then we get Ray. And I have put the slime blower packs on Ray and Winston. I know it's not the right colour uniform, but my other ones are a little awkward to get to at the minute. So yeah, it just gives you an idea. But I don't know how I feel about the Ray head sculpt. I mean, it's pretty decent, but he does look a bit startled. Which I suppose is good, really. He's a Ghostbuster. He's got to be startled by them from time to time. But otherwise, yeah, nice. And the slime blower itself is pretty decently done. We'll come back to that in a minute. And then I've kitted Winston out properly. And yeah, Winston without a moustache would is never not weird to me. It always just seems slightly wrong. But you also get this nice slime effect. Same at the back there. Yeah, nice new head sculpts. I'm happy with those. So just to go back to the slime blower pack for a minute, as you can see on Ray, excuse me, as you can see on Winston, I've already put all the hoses on. So you do have to do that yourself. They come separately. You get 6. And here they are. Well, there's these 3. So all you're going to do here is you've got 3 ports on the underside of the pack. 1, 2 and 3, and you're just going to put these in. You're just going to put these in. This is why I do this stuff off camera, because I always manage to faff it up somehow. There we go. In you go. They are a little tight, to be fair. I mean, it's not impossible. It's just a little bit awkward when you've got a camera in the way. Alright, you get the idea. Hold on a sec. Alright, done. It's just a little awkward to do with the camera in the way. And then all you're going to do is you're going to put these 2 in the end here. It's a little awkward because they're so soft. And then this final one is just going to go in here, like so. Oh, that one was easy. And then we can give it to Ray, and I've already posed Winston, so you get the idea. And then the effect part just plugs in the end, like so. We also do get another trap, just the one between them. It's the same as the others, nothing different there. You do get 4 proton streams, which again, nothing new, we've seen those before. I should point this out as well. On the Ecto-1A, I forgot to say this, you have to take this bit off of the front bumper, dropped it, and then replace it with the other light part. So that's just a blank basically. And you get the gurney, which is pretty cool. You can flip the legs out, and again, I think this is another thing where maybe they could have done this a little bit nicer. Just a couple of metal rods on that for the legs would have been nice. I think it is fairly weighty, but it would have been a little bit extra, you know. So you get that, and you can put the can put the proton packs on that, and I believe they just go on like this. So there is room for all 4, but we'll just put those 2 on because they're being worn at the moment. So they go on like that. We'll have another look at that in a minute. And this is the tool I was talking about earlier to get the axles off. It's just it's just a little clip thing. So that's what I was talking about. I couldn't find it back then. You do get a hot beverage mug, which I love. It's so tiny, but it's brilliant. And a free balloon for the kids. I do actually, I kid you not, I do actually have a Ghostbusters 2 balloon. It came with an Activision Spectrum game. So yeah, I do actually have an actual balloon. I might dig that out one day and you can have a look. It's just a bit of a laugh, really. You get, oh excuse me, not in the camera because of course. You do get a mood slime toaster, which is fun. Always like little accessories like this. A small stack of books, because I mean we do have books, so yeah. No paint on any of these really. No, I tell a lie. There is the black and the sort of orangey pinky one. That's paint. And a nice Tobin spirit guide. Yep. So I think that's it. I mean, obviously with the proton packs, you do get extra neutrona ones as well. I just haven't attached them to the packs. Right, let's have a look at all the busters in the Ecto-1A. I put the interior lights on so you can get a general idea. I mean, it's not the best. It's not the best I've done. Yeah, sorry about that. I can't quite get them all in properly. It's a little awkward. The front one's fine. Although, I'd just like to point out, while I was putting Winston's hands on the steering wheel, the whole steering wheel came off. So, yeah, I mean, obviously most people are going to want to do that. So just be careful when you do because, yeah. So, we get a general idea that they are. Let's just go for a different angle. So I'm going to turn you off and I'll come back. You get the idea. You can see Winston there through the windscreen. And I forgot to mention previously, but the bonnet does open. So again, it makes that horrible cracking sound. And just to do a bit of shaky cam, there you go. You get a general idea of what's under the bonnet there. Not a huge amount, not massively detailed, but yeah, I've seen worse. So yeah, I think I've about covered everything now. If I haven't, I'm sorry. If there's something I haven't mentioned, because there probably is, let me know in the comments, or if you've got any other questions or anything. Again, yeah, just drop them in the comments. I will try and get to them as soon as I can. But I think I've got pretty much everything covered now. So yeah, I think we'll call this done. So as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to come back if you're interested in any other reviews of this kind of nature. I'm sure I'll be doing more Ghostbusters stuff in the future. I also have got some Tokusatsu stuff lined up that I'd quite like to cover. So if you're into that, then yeah, please come back. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.